was really a big fan of the Evolution pay-per-view, the all-women's pay-per-view they had in 2018, and I really hope they bring it back. I really feel like, bringing it back, especially now with the women's roster, they have so much talent, would be very, very good. And this is how I would book an Evolution show again if they did it. Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship. I really feel like the chemistry in the match would just be off the charts. Bayley is a veteran, one of the greatest of all time, and Tiffany Stratton is an upcoming superstar who I really feel like is going to really be one of the next top stars in the women's division for some years to come. So this is pretty much like, the future versus the current present. This match is bound to happen at some point, and I don't see how it can be sensational. Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, whether people like her or not, it's just fact. She's one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest women's wrestler in WWE history. And Bianca Belair is also great in her own right, and she has conquered all the four horsewomen except for one. And that is Charlotte Flair. She's beaten Sasha, she's beaten Bayley, she's beaten Becky. Hasn't beaten Charlotte yet, though. They haven't had that interaction, so this match is bound to happen. Let me talk about this one. Naomi versus Nia Jax will be interesting. I think I would build the story up personally with the bloodline angle because Naomi is married to Jimmy. She's a part of the family due to marriage, and Nia Jax is related to the family by blood, so that pretty much would kind of be the story angle right there for me of how, this match happens. Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill. Becky Lynch is one of the best women's wrestlers ever, if not the best one ever, and she's really good at helping elevate other superstars, while she works with them. Even though she doesn't really have the most exciting moveset, she still has great matches. She's great at promos, and she just knows how to do her job very well, and I think she would help make Jade Cargill look like $1,000,000. And Jade Cargill is a future star. I mean, she's going to be women's champion multiple times, I think, for the next upcoming years, and putting her with Becky Lynch, I feel like would just be great. I have this fatal four-way tag team ladder match right here. All these teams are teams right now, and I feel like the tag team titles don't get enough shine on the big pay-per-views. Like, I can't even remember the last time the tag titles were even defended on the pay-per-views, which is one of the main reasons why the tag team titles are really dead and nonchalant. Like, they don't really feel important to the roster because they haven't really been utilized like that. So, give the tag team titles some shine and some stage, and putting, in a ladder match, I think would be great. I mean, it's ladders, it's teams, it's for a championship. Come on. Now, yes, even though these three right here are in a group right now called Damage Control, Asuka versus Io Sky versus Kairi Sane. Bro, come on, man. That's goosebumps right there, man. Y'all can't see it because I got the hoodie on, but I mean, my gosh, these three women right here in a triple threat match? Ooh. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. I would make this like a last woman standing match, falls count anywhere, steel cage, something with the stipulation because the feud is real personal at this stage. We know that Rhea Ripley injured Liv Morgan from a storyline perspective because Liv was actually injured, had to go away for a little while, and was taken out of commission. And now Rhea Ripley also got legitimately injured, and part of the storyline they used that Liv Morgan injured Rhea now when she had to relinquish the championship. And when Liv Morgan came back, she said that she was going to take everything away from Rhea Ripley that she loved the most, and she has done that. So the feud now is at a point where it's real personal. You could add a stipulation to it where it wouldn't be out of the ordinary, and they have now an appealing storyline to have a big match on a big stage, I feel like. Let me go ahead and explain my thought process behind this. So if you remember, there was a battle royal on the first Evolution show with a bunch of legends, the current superstars that came back. Pretty much going to do the same thing right here. I would call this the Legends versus Current Superstar Battle Royal, but for the NXT Women's Championship. You have the Legends in the back that I would have come back in the current roster in the front right there. And the reason I have it for the NXT Championship, I feel like this championship doesn't get enough respect as it should. NXT to me is another brand, even though it's supposed to be developmental, which it still is. It's pretty much an established brand at this point, and I feel like there have been a lot of great superstars who have held the NXT championship who went on to do bigger and better things. And sometimes when people go back to NXT and win championships, they feel like they're downgrading themselves, and I don't really think NXT should be looked at that way, and especially the NXT Women's Championship. I really feel like it would help give a lot of shine, putting it in a battle royal with legends who come back to compete for it, along with current superstars to compete for it, with top stars, you have that are familiar, being main event caliber stars, and other stars who are still trying to scratch and claw and get their way, to make a name for themselves. So that's the whole process behind this match. And that's how I would book Evolution. There were 8 matches on the current card, not counting the pre-show, so I added 8 matches to this right here. I really hope they bring it back, man, because I really thought the Evolution show they did in 2018 was very good. I feel like they have plenty of great talent in the women's division right now to showcase another show, probably even better than when they did, a couple years ago. So that's how I would book it. Let me know what you guys think.